Today was the day when a lot of things happened. Rules were broken. Multiple trades were taken. How did the overall day ended? Let's go ahead and find out. And not to forget, I'm going to talk about the trade from the previous day, December 3rd, for the ticker symbol CMND, which I was still holding, and how did that end? For the people who haven't watched that video, for them too, I will put a link of that video in description or a link on the screen. Alright, let's jump right in. There's a lot to cover today. It was an interesting day, least to say. Third trading day of the week, Wednesday, December 3rd. My first transaction of the day was at 4:16 a.m. The ticker symbol was PMAX. The first purchase was for 100 shares at $3.77 each. My other two buy orders got filled within a minute. One was for 5 shares at $3.71 each, and the other one was for 5 shares, $3.70 each. The ticker moved in the direction I expected it to, way quicker than I anticipated, and my sell order to sell my total 110 shares was filled at the average cost of $3.98 at 4:24 a.m. itself. I was able to walk away with a small profit of $23.70 on this transaction, but remind you, I stayed in the transaction from 4:16 a.m. until 4:24 a.m. and walked away with a green, small green but green. My next transaction was at 4:30 a.m. for the ticker symbol CMCT. My first purchase was for 100 shares at average cost of $5.04. I had another buy order to purchase 100 shares, but it was just partially filled with just one share. Bummer, right? So at 4:33 a.m., I had 101 shares of CMCT. The stock started moving in a positive direction, so I decided to take a profit, and I was able to sell my 101 shares at average cost of $5.40 at 4:34 a.m. As the ticker was on move, I decided to take another chance on it. Right at 4:41 a.m., I purchased 50 shares at the average cost of $4.68. I purchased another 3 lots of 50 shares each until 4:43 a.m. as stock started moving up. At 4:52 a.m., I decided to sell all my total 200 shares at average cost of $4.80. Between two transactions of CMCT, I was able to walk away with a total profit of $60.38. Point to note, I stayed with the ticker symbol from 4:30 until 4:52 a.m., traded it twice, and made some profit. Note, this profit was more than $50, which I consider as a good profit for a small account. In my opinion, if in a single trade you have already made a $50, you shouldn't take any more trades unless you are 200% sure that you are not going to lose the money you have just made. Preserve your capital for the next day or invest some or all profit in your long-term portfolio. Anyways, moving on, I do all my trading and transactions on my desktop or laptop, and I mostly monitor or change my orders on cell phone. I don't trade on phone, and yes, I will admit, I have taken some transaction on the phone which was literally gambling, and some did ended up green, but on majority of them I have lost money. Also, I didn't do any big transactions on phone. I took small trades, in and out within 5 minutes or less. But with my experience with trading on cell phone, I made a rule of not taking any trades on phone because analyzing the stock for me is more easier for me on my desktop setup. At the same time, if I'm using a cell phone, that means I am at work or away from home doing other things and cannot be focused 100% on my trade or transaction. And guess what? On this day, I broke that rule. At 9:34 a.m. on my break at work, and yes, on my cell phone right at the opening of the market. The ticker symbol which I picked right up the gates when the market opened and was on the top gainer list, symbol VRAX. The idea was to trade on 1-minute chart, find a good entry point, and exit within max 5 minutes or less. After the trades I took this morning in pre-market, I still had some cash left in my account for trading that day. I decided to use it to trade this symbol. I ended up purchasing 254 shares of VRAX at $0.8255 each. The total investment was for around $210. The stock was moving very fast. I wanted to sell it, making 3 cents to 5 cents per share. I was trading on 1-minute chart. The stock had a very good volume and a momentum. No wonder it was on the top list of the gainer for the day. I had no doubt that it will be anywhere between 85 cents to 90 cents per share within a minute or two. I had my sell order set right away at 9:36 a.m. But that didn't happen. Remind you, I purchased the stock at 9:34 a.m., and I was so confident that I will be able to sell it that I placed the sell order at 9:36 a.m. Soon my break was over. I had to go back in and do my job. I was not able to monitor the stock, and whenever I saw it during the day, it just kept going down and down and down, and then some up and then down again. I never got a chance or enough time to figure out an exit point in this trade. Finally, at lunch break, I got a chance to look at it. After lunch session, the stock picked up a momentum and started moving in upward direction. I decided to check on it again in an hour, and irrespective of at what price it will be, I will close the trade. But guess what? This is what happens when you take a trade at work. Multiple things came up at work, and I got very busy. I never got a chance to look at the stock again until I got out of work. By the time I reached home, the market was closed, and it was post-market. And there was no movement on the stock in post-market. On this trade, I broke my own rule of not trading on cell phone, and right in front of me on my screen was setting a trade reminding me why that rule should not be broken. Finally, I decided to cut the cord at 5:02 p.m. In post-market, I sold all the shares of VRAX which I owned, which was 254 shares at the average cost of $0.597, taking a loss of $58.08 on this trade. What a day, right? But wait a second, the day wasn't over yet. I still had to make a decision on the trade from the previous day for the symbol CMND. Previous day, I made a choice to hold on to that trade because the symbol was showing good signal on daily chart, but things didn't turn out that way today. Even though on the daily chart they were possibility for that ticket to perform better in next 24 to 48 hours. It was time to make a decision. I decided to cut my losses and have enough funds for trading next day instead of taking another chance. At 5:59 p.m., I sold 3,500 shares of CMND for $0.1130 each. On this particular trade, I took a loss of $81.73. Between these two red trades, I took a loss of $139.81. Fortunately, in free market, the trades which I made were green, bringing in a profit of $84.08. So at the end of the day, it still was red day with a loss of $55.73. Not a big loss, but still it was a loss. The green trades from the pre-market definitely helped to keep the loss low. If we look back, this morning in pre-market, I had 2 green trades. They were my first trades of the day and both brought in profit. I could have just stopped there and ended up green for the day. The mistake of taking a trade on phone, breaking my own rule, ended up in a loss. Last but not least, holding a trade from the previous day and not selling it that very day also added to the loss for the day. There is a reason we set rules and have to stick with them, and I know sometime exceptions will be there, but mostly breaking the rule will end up with the same negative or unfavorable results as they have in past. Rules are there to avoid or minimize the mistakes. And in trading, mistakes means losing money. If we keep making the same mistakes, we cannot expect a different result. Believe me, history will repeat itself. One have to be very disciplined in trading. Sometimes it's not about having positive trades or chasing a green day, but to protect your capital. That could be as simple as avoiding a risky trade or cutting a cord on a trade. Your capital is your best friend, and that's what you will be needing tomorrow when market opens. There will be new opportunities, but they won't mean anything if you won't be having a capital to trade. As always, thank you for your time, and I appreciate you watching my videos. The likes, dislikes, and the subscribe on channel and video are always welcome, and so are your comments. I read all of them in person and respond to them. Likes and dislikes are great, but what really helps me in creating a good content and videos for you guys is rating from you guys. You can do that by typing in comments how you grade this video on scale of -1 to 11. You can pick any number between -1 and 11, and it'll just take you a second to type it in. For example, -1 indicates stop making content. 0 indicates don't like it. 5 indicates it's okay. 10 indicates it's a content I like and would like more. 11, I love it and it helped me. I would deeply appreciate it. It helps me in creating the content. Your opinion matters because I'm creating these videos for you guys, and it takes a lot of time and effort in creating a good content, and I want to create something which is good and helpful to someone in some way. Happy and safe trading, everyone.